Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Natasha Shisaka, and if you're new here, thank you so much for clicking on this video and I hope you like it here. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the power of taking breaks. From time to time, it's honestly really important to take breaks, especially for your mental health. I, for one, have been on a break for almost 5 weeks, if not more, and it's just because I was so overwhelmed. I was constantly putting out content and everything was going on smoothly, not gonna lie to you, but I kind of felt I was burnt out, and especially because I was juggling content creation. I was also juggling social media management for a few brands and just my social life as well, and also I started a blog, so everything just came crashing down on me, and it was really hard. Um, it was hard, and also I was struggling at work, and it wasn't the best job, to say the least, and everything was just very overwhelming for me. And I just decided, you know what, it's okay to take a break. I actually didn't know if I was going to come back to content creation. Everything felt very blurry, and it seemed like nothing was really moving. And the only thing I could keep up with was my fitness journey, because I always go on my 10K steps or 8K steps or 7K, or just jump ropes and at home workouts depending on how I'm feeling on that particular day. And that was the only thing keeping me sane. I am truly gonna say this. If I wasn't going outside of the house, going on my walks, and just, connecting with nature, I would probably be in a mental institution right now. And it's crazy to think that, because I am so glad that also my relationship with God has also helped me a lot, in the sense that I get to talk to Him and He keeps me grounded. Yes. And one thing about me, if you're new here again, I am constantly growing my relationship with God. It's not perfect. No one's relationship with God is perfect. And that's why Jesus died on the cross for us. So please, I am not going to sit here and act like, everything is great and I know everything about everything. No, I am also in my journey of constantly renewing my faith and just of growing my faith, not renewing, of constantly growing my faith each and every single day. So when I just took a break and stopped doing everything, I literally sat down with my feelings and my thoughts, and I really try to push myself to get back into content creation and just get back to my daily routine, but I couldn't. Honestly, I couldn't. And most times I was forcing myself into doing things, and I would beat myself up and I would criticize myself, and I would just compare myself to people, and I'm like, why am I out here watching people on TikTok or on YouTube instead of going to create my own content? And honestly, it didn't work. I expected it to work. I expected toxic motivation to get me out of that mental funk that I had, and none of it worked. And it got down to a point where I was just like, I feel like this is gonna be just a repeat of previous years, when there's a period where you're just hit with a wave of sadness and suddenly nothing works out, or you don't want to do anything, or you feel like, why am I even trying? Like, what is the reason? But then slowly I started realizing that nothing good can come from toxicity, right? Nothing good ever comes from toxicity. Like, you can't plant a bad seed and expect to get good produce. Never. That has never happened and will never happen. So I decided to take a different route, right? I decided to take the break and just allow myself space to feel how I felt and to identify what exactly I was feeling, and just to write it down, which journaling helped me a lot, and also praying and just meditating, going for my walks, and just doing nothing for a few days at a time, Because honestly, being productive every single time, it's really nice. It's really great to be productive, but also taking a break and just allowing yourself to just lazy around can be beneficial, because I felt like I didn't need to, I didn't have any pressure to produce or be productive or just chase my content creation goals, because it got to a point where content creation stopped being something that I liked and it started being like a chore. And honestly speaking, the worst thing you'd ever want is for your hobby to look like a chore all of a sudden. You want it to be something that you turn to when you're feeling great or when you're feeling low, and when you turn to it, it literally excites you, or it just makes you happy. But that wasn't the case. And I love being in front of a camera. I love creating content. I actually even love editing more than being in front of a camera creating the content, because it excites me. I don't know. I'm just weird like that. It just excites me, and it stopped being exciting for some crazy reason. So I slowed down and I decided to start repeating affirmations and just consuming content which was uplifting and not toxic motivation yet again. Because I would watch videos of people saying, if you cannot get up when you're depressed, you are lazy. Yada yada yada. Like, let's let's all just calm down. Let's take a step back and rewire our subconscious mind and think about, oh, this doesn't work. Every single day you're constantly beating yourself up. Why are you doing that? And nothing is changing. Why not try a different route? So when I immediately started watching uplifting content, motivational content that is healthy, I realized, you know what, I can slowly start coming back to my content, and things were looking up, and that's why I'm here. See, I feel like if I continued consuming toxic motivational content, I wouldn't even be here, because I would just wake up, be sad, do nothing the whole day, probably binge my favorite shows, and evening time comes and I just feel like shit yet again. And then the loop would continue the next day and the next and the next and the next. And for the first time ever, this is the fastest that I came out of a depressive state, to say the least. I wouldn't say I was depressed. I'd just say I don't know, I was very sad. I'm just gonna say I was very sad, or just things were not looking up for me. They weren't great. So this video is a reminder that you should take time to listen to how your body is feeling and be patient with yourself, and trust that you will come out of a sad period or a depressive period, or even an anxious state, if you give yourself more love and if you're more kind to yourself. So in whatever you do, remember to always, always, always be kind to yourself, because at no point in time will you ever be kind and loving to other people if you yourself are not being kind to yourself. Because at the end of the day, if you look at things, you might life might be giving you lemons every single day. Things might be hard the moment you wake up. Life is just giving you shit to deal with, left, right, and center. And then you're giving yourself shit as well. I mean, come on, you need to give yourself some break. So be kind to yourself, be more loving, be more patient, and see how this changes for you. If you like this video, please leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for being here.